Let's talk about your Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans, because that game was on while the Packers game was on, so I wasn't able to...
You guys started after us and finished before. I knew your game ended because like 1,000 people showed up to my stream. I'm like, Packers game must be over.
I sat there and I'm like, Perna must be miserable. Like, just in terms of, he's watching his team and stuff, but man, this is a slow ass game.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I would just get updates in my chat and they're like, Bo Pix showed up again.
Yeah, Bo Nix had a rough day.
Yeah.
It was bad, but not as bad as maybe they'll try to tell you.
25 for 40 is a little tough. RJ Harvey, though, I went back and watched. There's some excitement there.
Yeah, well, that was one really the problem is there was no run game in the first half.
No.
Just none. And it was, I would say, because Sean Payton wasn't even trying to run the football.
True, Funko.
So it was tough, but the Broncos defense was so dominant that kept me going. Yeah. And I kind of took for granted that every time Tennessee got the ball back, so Bo Nix 3 turnovers, two interceptions, a fumble.
Yep.
And every time Tennessee got the ball back with decent field position, I was like, I'm not worried. Maybe the Titans have a bad offensive line, or maybe the Broncos have the greatest pass rushing defensive front in the NFL, because it was 6 different guys got a sack, Tom. So usually a team gets 6 sacks. One guy's going to have 2 or 3 in that mix, but there was pressure coming from everywhere. Interior, the exterior. Cam Ward, his box score doesn't indicate how well he played. Okay. I think that's going to be the tough thing to explain, is Cam Ward did a decent job, because I think if he were a different rookie quarterback, not ready to actually start, he would be 8 for 28 with 3 picks, and you'd just be like, that might be a bust. But 112 yards is good.
Well, it's also what I watched. There was a bunch of Titans fans who were in the chat too, and they were like, "We're also Cam's being put in really bad positions with play calling, the clock management." There was a few instances where it was like, "Oh no, this is just sloppy," and it's not necessarily on Cam Ward.
No, I think I saw Coleman throw out a tweet of where he said Cam Ward had to throw a screen pass to the dirt because nobody turned around to look to catch the ball.
When Tony Pollard is your leading receiver with 1 reception for 29 yards, it's a tough time. That
happened in the first quarter. And then, at the end of the first half, Brian Callahan completely mismanages the clock.
Yeah.
The Titans got the ball with 54 seconds. They took 14 seconds off the clock. They threw it 3 times, all incomplete, or 2 incompletions, a near safety, gave the Broncos the ball back with 2 timeouts. Mm-hmm. Denver scores a touchdown there, and then the Broncos let a freaking kick return almost get housed. And Tennessee got to kick a field goal right before halftime. But yeah, it was a lot of dumb coaching, I felt like, in this game.
Yeah, and that's what Boston is saying. Are you concerned about the Broncos, in terms of the way they play? Because it also, again, it is week 1, right? We always have that fallback of any team that was bad, you go, well, it's week 1. There are some teams that's a little tougher to do with, but are you concerned going forward, or are you kind of just all right, first game back? And
I'm concerned with Sean getting too pass happy. I think Bo will be more effective if the Broncos establish a run game early. They failed to do that. But Bo started the game he was 4-4 passing, and then he missed his next 3. I think they got to run. You drafted RJ Harvey, you bring in J.K. Dobbins, trust those guys, because the second half, that big run by Harvey, it was followed by a really nice touchdown run by J.K. Dobbins.
Saw that.
They need to do that more, and then I think that makes Bo have some easier passes and those sorts of things.
And then lose.
But let me see. I was going to bring up one thing, and then we can move on from this game.
Defense looked good, though.
The Broncos defense, and that's the thing. I don't know if the Titans offense is just kind of that bad right now. And Calvin Ridley had 3 drops too. Tennessee might have had a chance. Ball. Dude, Ward got no help. I've never seen a rookie get just so little help from his offense. They all fucking sucked. And I'm sorry, Cam Ward, that you had to deal with that. If you're a Titans fan, you should be a little upset. So when the stat guys are like, you know what, the Titans, whatever they did doesn't even make sense to our graph here.
Yeah. Look at the Colts leading the top.
Look at that. Look at that efficiency. Yeah, per play, I think Indy was one of the most successful per play teams on offense week 1.
Just like we all anticipated.
Yeah. That dude, we talk about sports, but the NFL, this is what they have, in my opinion, over every league. Like, you think you know so much every offseason, and then week 1 comes, you're like, ooh, and then week 2 comes, and a bunch of the shit we saw week 1 gonna look stupid by week 2. It's just that unknown every year. Anything can really happen.
Yep.
I love it.
Packers. Yeah, but hey, a win's a win. You got the Colts next week. Like you said, we'll figure some things out.